I tend to write in random places like closets and bathtubs and stuff, but this song I just happened to write in my basement because I really don't know why I was in my basement. I was just there. I have a little mini poor man's version of a setup of like a studio, which is just 2 speakers, a laptop, and then a little amp to plug in my instruments and my mic. But yeah, I was just in there, and I decided to plug in my guitar and play this thing, and then I just wrote the song. I originally had a plan to, I guess, reproduce it and re-record it, and every time I tried, it just never sounded right. The recording that you hear is actually like the first vocal I put down, and I was sick that day. You can hear that I have a stuffy nose. You can hear like little things like my necklace hitting the microphone and things like that, and so I wanted to re-record it to make it sound better, and I just couldn't get that same feeling. It's really weird when you can just encapsulate like an emotion and then you just can't get it back, and it feels like now even when I try to perform it again, I can't ever get to that place. So I decided to just leave it, even if it wasn't perfect. It's just the way that it should be heard, I think. Sorry that I've been emotions galore. I think I'm proud of that song in general, but I think I always like putting in lines that necessarily don't belong, that are kind of like not shocking, but kind of a little bit jarring when you're listening to them. And so the line, "Take a drill right to my brain," is kind of an interesting thing, and I put that in there because it's such a pretty song, and then you have this imagery of someone like drilling your brain. But I just like having the contrast of the pretty sound and then like those little lyrics that are a little bit darker, but obviously it's not literal. It's more so like just needing the constant reassurance, where it's like just take a drill and go off.
But I guess I know you now. It looks as if I've stumbled right into the palm of your hand. Hey you, hey Mr. No.
I want it to be open, but I wanted to maintain privacy as well, which is why a lot of the clips are ambiguous. I didn't want to just put a bunch of videos of like who the song is about. It was hard for me to like convey the message of the song because it's such a specific song about a specific person.
Please say you'll never get bored. Can you play?
There's a lot in there. There's like the Coldplay tour, which was unbelievable. Just little adventures with my friends, my family, just all the people most important to me. So it's like it's all in there. I really chose the most important clips that I felt like I wanted to include.
I guess I get it now.
I think the last 3 years have been very transitional for me, and I think there are many moments of transition in just a human being's life, and this was just one of the first for me. And the beauty of that is I think my fans are around the same phase in life that I'm in, and so as I grow, they're going to continue to grow and go through the same things that I'm going through, which is really nice because you feel like you just kind of have each other along the way. But yeah, this album is about transition. It's about facing problems instead of running from them and figuring out how to deal with them, but also see hope in them and see growth in them, which is why I called it The Pains of Growing.